What's up, world? It's your boy Jake. Real quick check-in, man. Um, I stopped posting content because I'm a firm believer in that. I don't never want to be. I don't want to be fake on here. I don't want to. I don't do this. Well, I'd be lying if I said I didn't do it for the likes, right? And it's not so much for the likes, but it's just the fact that I want to know that what I'm saying is being heard, or what I'm saying is being felt, right? Um, or if what I'm saying is doesn't fit you, right? And so maybe I can adjust some things, but my story is my story, right? And the bottom line is this, mindset is everything, right? If I cultivate a negative mindset all day, every day, then my mindset is going to be negative. And if my mindset is negative, then my actions are going to be negative. Because 9 out of 10, there's probably no actions, right? I don't know about you guys, but if I get in my head, right, don't nothing get done. Like, I think it's time for a nap, right? And I'm talking about like 1 o'clock in the day, type nap, right? And it's because I'm mentally exhausted, right? I've created a mindset that doesn't allow for peace, right? And peace is everything. People can disturb your peace. And I, for one, will hold on to people well past their shelf life. Like everything in them, or everything in me, let me say it right, everything in me screams that I should be letting this individual go. But I struggle with wanting to be liked rather than respected. And I think I can save everybody, but the truth of the matter is I can't. And if I be brutally honest, is a lot of times, if I'm brutally honest, I have to be, I have to say it like this. I love and enjoy helping people. Let's be clear about that, right? I don't have a problem with that. But a lot of times I get caught up in the activities of helping people because it allows for a distraction for me not to work on me, right? What do you mean, Jack? What I mean is I'm so consumed with you and what you're going through and how I can help you that I, on the other end, are not necessarily doing the maintenance steps needed to take care of me, right? It's hard looking at me on most days, right? Because I still see that broken inner child, right? That desperately needs so much freaking healing, right? And it's fearful. It's scary. I'm fearful, not so much of who I will become, because I know that at the end of the day, the person that I'll become will be a greater version of myself, right? A more peaceful version of myself, right? So I want those things. I like those things. I like the thought of those things, right? I like the thought of that actual life, right? Where like there's no such thing as stress free, but there is a such thing as stressless, right? And sometimes people are stressful. Sometimes I let the actions of others dictate the temperament or the climate of the activity, right? And then I'm wondering why I start doubting myself, like, damn, Jack, you're not a good leader. Like, nobody listens to you. Nobody cares, right? Nobody gives a fuck, right? Um, and that's not the truth, right? There are people that care. Um, there are people that respect me for who I am and what I bring to the table. There are people that value me. The only problem with that whole little sentence that I just said is I personally don't possess any of those qualities. Like, I don't believe in me on most days. I don't respect me, right? What do you mean you don't respect me? Well, if I respected myself, I wouldn't let others' actions dictate how I feel, if that makes any sense, right? Because I do. Like, I worry about it all the time. Like, one of the biggest things, one of the hardest things, one of the hardest decisions, not things, let me say it right. One of the hardest decisions for me in the morning is what I'm gonna wear, right? Because everywhere I go, I get profiled. Hell, I was at the Maverick game the other day. The Mavericks donated 10 tickets to the organization. I decided to take it take our group of volunteers that help at the stadium, help with all our fundraising events, things of that nature. So I decided to make it an appreciation night and take the crew to the game. And as we're scanning in, a woman of color looked me up and down and asked me, was I scalping these 10 tickets? And if I was, I needed to transfer the tickets to the individuals. And I said, no, ma'am, I don't have to transfer those tickets to anyone. I have a confirming email, right? Yeah, you got it, da, da, da. And so this guy, he comes over, right? And he's like, hey, is there a problem? I'm like, I don't have a problem, right? But the whole thing is like, I'm 6'4" and I'm a broken black man, and it seems like, and I am my biggest problem. I am not allowing myself to heal. I am not my current situation, right? Um, I just don't know, man. It's like I feel like I'm profiled every day, right? I feel like I don't do enough every day. Um, I always feel like I can do more, right? And I can. But the current version of Jack has gotten me as far as it's gonna take me, right? I need a new version of Jack. There's new chapters in life today for me, right? And because of those new chapters in life for me, it calls for an upgrade, you know? I feel like every 2 weeks my phone is talking about it's time for an update, right? You gotta update your software. And my software is my mindset. And I actually bought a book of positive affirmations, something I need to start practicing is what I'll say. Because if I keep waiting on you to pat me on the back, or if I keep waiting on you to give me props, right, I'm gonna forever be stagnant and stuck where I'm at, right? And that's not the mission. That's not the goal. I don't feel like that's why God cleaned me up, for me to become stagnant and stay where I'm at, right? And so remember this, mindset is everything. Change your mindset, you'll change your altitude. Steve Harvey said it best. If you change your mindset, you'll change your altitude. By changing my altitude, that means I have to go in some places that are gonna make me discomforted, right? They're not gonna be comfortable at all, right? But those are actually the places where you grow, right? You know, if you're the smartest person in your group, you need a new group. I mean, I've heard that so many times, and that is so factual, right? But it's comfortable right there, right? Well, I'm not comfortable being average, right? I've never been average, but I always act average. You know what I mean? Because I don't want anybody to worry about or think, not worry. I don't want anyone to think that I feel that I'm better than anyone. Do we like some of the same things? Yes. Does that make us equal? Yes. Right? Well, strike that last statement. Do we like the same things? Yes. Do we have the same goals? Maybe not. We might even have the same goals, but the pathways to these goals between you and I are going to probably be different. And if they're different, then there's parts of this journey that I'm going to have to be alone. And I got to get with that, and I got to realize that, and I got to appreciate that. And I do today. You know, I'm a child of the Most High God. I love helping people, and I'm a good man. I don't know if this helped you, but it helped me. And have an awesome rest of your day. Peace.